Man, listen. He should have chose everything else to do in the book. He could have slung drugs. He could have went on a robbing spree. He could have did a whole lot of other things and got way less time than the time that he got for this. Do y'all remember not too long ago, this brother did the Superman in the courtroom. Y'all jumped over the thing where the judge sits behind it and he got to the judge actually. Young black man. And they brought him back in the court. He had a spit mask on and he looked pretty crazy. Well, fast forward to today. They gave him the business. They gave him everything in the kitchen. The cupboards, the sink, everything. They locked him up and threw away the key, y'all. The convict that was seen in a viral video launching at Superman style at a Las Vegas judge has just been given decades in prison. I don't know who that guy was. I think that was his own attorney. There was a guy in a suit that was punching the daylights out of him when he jumped over there on that judge. Anyways, a Las Vegas judge in Las Vegas convicted who was seen in the viral video launching like Superman flying through the air to attack a judge earlier this year. That man was sentenced to decades behind bars, even as he bizarrely claimed to care about his victims' well-being. You know what's crazy though? Let me just put this out there. This brother was on medication, okay? He is diagnosed schizophrenic and he was on psych meds. As a matter of fact, he was not taking his psych meds properly when the incident occurred. So let's keep that in mind. And let's not just look at him as somebody who just went off and did this. He was not in the right frame of mind. And I hate to say it like this, but it's a messed up world. And when you're not in the right frame of mind as a black person, you're not treated like everybody else. You know, for you, it's just, oh, you messed up. You're wrong. You're bad. For everybody else, it's like, oh, they need some help. Oh, they're not in the right frame of mind, right? Deobra Redden, 31 years old, he was hit with a prison term between 26 and 65 years. This is nearly after a year after he had jumped over the Clark County District Judge Mary Kay Holthus' bench and tackled her to the floor as court staff desperately tried to save her. That jump that he made, he actually made it to the judge. And when he made it to the judge, he grabbed onto her and he tackled her to the floor. And there were a bunch of people in the courtroom who were horrified because they were thinking he was going to maim her, hurt her. You know, he never got a chance to do that much. He was charged with attempted murder following the vicious assault and pleaded guilty to the charge in September. See, I don't know who the hell told him to plead guilty to attempted murder. He jumped at the judge. That's not attempted murder. Well, that's what he was charged with. Somebody convinced him to plead guilty, and he pled guilty to it. On Tuesday, he insisted, though, like they said, he was rambling his statement when he was speaking. But even though he was rambling, he was still coherent, and they could hear what he was saying in court. And in court, he said, I had no intentions to kill Miss Holthus. I'm not a bad person. I am not an evil guy. He suffers from schizophrenia, man. The judge said Susan Johnson in court told news media houses that he suffers from schizophrenia. So, my question is this. They know that he suffers from schizophrenia. Do you think that the right thing to do is to lock him away in a prison for the next how many decades because he had a moment and he jumped over at the judge. He went on to say in the courtroom, I'm not making excuses for my actions, but I'm saying I am not a bad person, and I know that I did not intend to kill Mary Kay Holtis. I know I cared about her well-being, he added. Listen, y'all, I know what he did wasn't a good thing, but at the same time, even his speech pattern now, the way he speaks, it tells me that something is wrong with him. I don't know if he is on, I'm pretty sure he's probably on medication now and subdued through medication now, so his speech pattern has even changed, right? He was like, I'm not making excuses for my actions, but I'm saying I'm not a bad person, and I know that I did not intend to kill Mary Kay Holtis. I know I cared about her well-being. He didn't even sound like a normal person, man. The time that they gave him behind bars, I feel so bad for him because he's going to be in hell in prison. The attack happened when Holtis, the judge, was about to sentence Redden for a separate criminal case back in January. He was standing before the judge. The judge was about to read out his sentence. The judge said a couple of choice words that he did not like. He also claimed that he only recalls jumping on top of the judge and grabbing her by the collar of her robe. I was like, why are you doing this to me? He asked. That's what I wanted to ask her, if I think I knew myself, but I'm not really sure. They got this boy so heavily medicated right now, he don't even know what the hell he's saying. This is what he said after. He said, I was like, why are you doing this to me? He's trying to explain why he launched at the judge, did that Superman dive, jumped over, and landed on top of her. I was like, why are you doing this to me? That's what I asked and wanted to ask her, if I think I know myself. If I think I know myself? What the hell kind of speech is that? But I'm really not really sure. Oh my God. Anybody could see that this guy is... I don't even know how they found him competent to stand trial. He said, as he rattled off the problems he's faced in his life, he kept talking in court. Nobody was listening. You know, I've had mental health issues I'm struggling with. Da da da, da da da. They were like, yeah. Play us the smallest violin. Holtis, a 62-year-old white woman, she slammed Redden as someone who made a conscious decision to kill me and made every effort to succeed at killing me. In a victim impact statement that was read by Clark County prosecutors, the Los Angeles Review-Journal reported this one. So the judge that he jumped on made a victim impact statement, and you would think that that judge would have some leniency and be like, you know, over all my years of working in the courtroom, I've seen a lot of people that came before me who have mental health issues, and I really feel for them because a lot of the times it is because of those mental health issues why they are even caught up in the penal system or the judicial system in the first place. Nope, she had no leniency. He's a 31-year-old black man. She is a 62-year-old white woman. She said he made a conscious decision. This is somebody who is schizophrenic on paper, diagnosed, and is medicated, and at the time was going through an episode from not being on proper medication. But this woman in her victim impact statement said he made a conscious decision to kill me, and he made every effort to succeed. Damn. Redden, who has an extensive rap sheet including some violent crimes, he was not on his medication when he attacked the judge. His lawyer, Carl Arnold, said that he fought for a lighter sentence, somewhere between 4 to 11 years. He also said, I don't think the answer is to just throw away the key and give him a whole bunch of years. I don't think that's going to help him. That benefits no one. We understand that a message has to be sent based on what he did. But throwing away the key, locking him up for decades, is not going to be any good to anybody. Since he's been on his medication, as you see him here today, Your Honor, he's being courteous, he's being compliant, and he is deeply remorseful after the events and what happened that day. Johnson, the judge who made the sentencing decision, said that Redden's actions were an attack on the judiciary. Jesus Christ. The man suffers from schizophrenia and out of his rightful mind attacked a judge. I ain't gonna lie, when I saw him do it, I said, this small must be crazy. He must have something wrong with him. He must be schizophrenic or something. And I was right. It turned out he was. So one judge writes a victim impact statement, and the other judge feels like, you attacked my brother. You know, it's kind of like seeing a criminal attack a police officer, and you yourself are a police officer, and you're trained to defend your fellow police officers. Or it's like being in the military and seeing somebody attack a soldier, and you yourself are a member of the military and you're a soldier. You're going to feel some extra type of way, different from how a normal civilian would feel about the attack. So in this case, one judge was attacked, another judge gets to sentence him. When the other judge read the victim impact statement, and it said, he tried to kill me deliberately and he made every effort to make sure that that's what he was going to do, or that's what he did. The sentencing judge sent him up the river, man. The sentencing judge says this was an attack on the judiciary. God damn. This judge gave this man between 25 and 65 years in prison. The judge said he will be in prison and be eligible for parole after 2050. After 2050, guys, we are in 2024. He will be eligible for parole after 2050. Mind you, they don't have to let you out, because this kind of a sentence that they gave this man, this is what you call a coffin sentence. He could very well be in there up to 65 years, you know? He could very well be in there up to 65 years, because 25, 26 years from now, they can simply say to him, you're not ready yet. You're not ready to go to the parole board yet. Go sit down. We'll see you in another 4 years. 4 years roll by. They're at 30. They'll say, we'll see you at 34. 34 roll by. We'll see you at 38. 38 roll by. We'll see you at 40. You know, they can keep on keeping him there for the next 65 years. His sentence is 26 to 65 years. And he only becomes eligible for parole after 2050. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me if you think that this is racially motivated. Tell me if you think that this was a fair sentence considering the circumstances of the brother. Or tell me if you think that this was justice being served. I'll catch you on the next video. Hit that subscribe button. I'm out. Peace.